All right, so from gambling into damn okay, I think we have a little sound that goes along with this.
Yeah. Damn. I'm okay.
There it is.
Damn. I'm okay. Yeah, no, I mean, yes, I'm okay. Illegal gambling. Oh, baby. I am Chris Simms. I'm okay. Damn.
The gambling is
illegal gambling.
Is your house sponsored by Under Armour? I mean,
no,
it's everywhere around
No,
here.
I know it is everywhere. I appreciate that Under Armour, but
Yeah.
nope. It's an awesome sponsorship. It really is. Very lucky to have them.
And the Cleveland Browns have so many examples of damn okay. We
Yeah.
have a number of ways we want to go here. Let's start with so many big plays they had yesterday in that win over the Bengals, 41-16. The pick six that started the Bengals moving the ball early. All of a sudden, Denzel Ward, bam, 99 yards.
99 yards. I mean, game-changing moment. Great first drive by the Bengals. You're going, wow, look at this. This is great. Awesome. But, hopefully this is what we'll see from the Browns more and more. As I've said, the Browns are disappointing because they're too talented on the defensive side of the ball to be doing some of the things they've done the last few weeks. Now maybe with them getting healthy, Denzel Ward being healthier at corner, maybe that can add another element to their defense where they can do a few different things. But he's a special football player. I mean, again, he's got good size and length, and he runs 4.3. And he can change directions on a dime, too. And Jamar Chase on that play specifically tried to run a little like the slant, right, and then come back out. Denzel Ward did a great job of undercutting it and showed his great speed, going in for a touchdown there, which was, a huge part of the game. I mean, really, I thought we were going to get a shootout at first in this football game. I kind of went, ooh, this is about to get fun because Cincinnati got the ball back and went right back down the field and scored again.
Yeah.
Then Cleveland got the ball and went down and scored. And you're going, whoa, this is going to be awesome. And then the Bengals got the ball back and started moving the ball. And I believe that was the Jamar Chase fumble, I want to say, or it could have been. Let me get this straight. It's going to drive me crazy because it was going like, oh, this is going to be a shootout. And then, oh, no, they went for it on fourth down. He threw a pass to Boyd. They don't get it. The next play ends up being the deep post to Donovan Peoples-Jones.
That's right.
And that makes it 21-7, and all of a sudden you went, uh-oh. Now they're going to have to throw it a lot. And Clowney and Myles Garrett are playing in this game. So, And then that led to, I think, the next series where Jamar Chase fumbles. Cleveland gets the ball back, and it's 24-7, and you're going, well, hey, I love Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, but 24-7 against this talented Cleveland defense, I don't know if you're going to overcome that.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, 28 out of 40, first career game with no touchdown passes and multiple interceptions. One more thought on their defense.
Yeah.
It comes from Nelly Mick, 2010. Hey, Chris, can we get a damn okay for Greg Newsome and the Browns secondary for pretty much shutting down Jamar Chase without double-teaming him?
Yeah.
5 tackles, 2 passes defended for the Northwestern rookie. Per PFF, he allowed just 4 receptions, 46 yards on 9 targets.
He's been really good.
Yeah.
They don't play a ton of man-to-man, but they play some zone defenses where it ends up being very man-to-manish on the outside. And he's smart. He's got great body control. He's another guy that's got good length like Denzel Ward on the other side of the ball. He's not as explosive as Denzel Ward, but, hey, this is, to me, no doubt going to be one of the things. Like, if they can get Owusu Koramoah back, and now you got, both safeties, if not really, there's 3 of them when you add Delpit, John Johnson, and the kid from Alabama that I'm blanking on his name. They got 3 good safeties, those corners, pretty good nickelback. You get Owusu Koramoah at the second level playing linebacker, and then, of course, that front 4, I think, is very athletic. Rodney Harrison, thank you, Pete Dimolitis. And, they caused some issues. I mean, Chase dropped a few footballs yesterday. I saw that, too.
Yeah.
The Bengals are – I still think the Bengals have a lot to offer, and they're not out of this. They blew a game in New York, and then they've made mistakes again here in this one that really just – it became too much for them to overcome.
Big play Browns, first team since the
Browns.
2000 Eagles with a pass, run, and return touchdown of 60 yards or more in a game. And I've kind of buried the lead here a little bit on this game. Defense certainly deserved to be talked about here.
Yeah.
But Baker Mayfield and the offense playing this well without OBJ.
Yeah.
They were averaging a little over 13 points per game the last 3 games. Now they came out. It just set up so perfectly for them. They jumped out to that lead. They're running the ball well. Stefanski can get in those tight formations and run play action.
Yeah.
Why do you think Baker and this offense perform so much better without OBJ?
I really don't know. Listen, OBJ is not the reason they scored 17 against the Broncos or 10 against what did he do?
But you can't deny that they were a lot
there's
better.
some element there.
It's so weird because he's so talented.
Defense
has to worry
about him. One of the
him.
things I'll say is Baker Mayfield does not play. He did not play the position true to form when Odell was in. We've shown plays. There's plays every week. I don't care. You go on any other.
You were showing him 2 months ago.
You can go on. It's caught on everywhere. So they can blame Odell all they want for all that stuff. That's wrong. That's not. That was them. He was open a lot. Yeah, did he make mistakes? Sure.
But the energy,
something different about it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It obviously puts a little. I've been saying this for a year and a half. I really do think there was something mental there with Baker throwing to Odell.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite get the rhythm or the timing of it down, and there was a little confidence lost in it. And then it became, an issue to where I guess you think about it too much. But, it's just funny where he got hurt in Cincinnati last year, and they kind of started to take off after that. And then it was this game this year where he's not there. But I think, again, this laid out the right way for them as well. It just laid out the right way. It just happened to be a team that, they matched up pretty well with. They made some mistakes, and we're seeing the Cincinnati Bengals defense. They got to change it up a little bit. Too much quarters coverage, a little too predictable, I think, on the defensive side of the ball right now.
Yeah.
To where you're seeing teams week after week kind of dial up plays on them like they know what they're going to get.
Can you think of a quarterback that needed a big performance yesterday more than Baker Mayfield did?
No, I think you're probably right. I was probably he probably had the flashlight on him more than any other quarterback in the game.
Justin Herbert a little bit too.
Yeah, no doubt. That's another good one.
Kind of in the same. I'll bundle those two together.
Right, kind of went like a cold streak, both of them, and that was good. It was great to see Baker come out firing like that. And, of course, when they get that run game with Nick Chubb and company going, watch out. Damn, okay, Cleveland Browns. I'm not giving up on the Browns yet. There's too much talent on that football team. We'll see where they go from here.
Giants beat the Raiders 23-16. Xavier McKinney, 7 tackles, 2 picks, also a pick 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, McKinney's a baller. I mean, he's got a unique skill set coming out of Alabama. He was hurt a little last year as a rookie, but safety, nickel, can kind of do both of those jobs. Thinks he's 240 pounds and will hit you like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, dude, you're 190. Relax, 195. But, he's got incredible speed. He's got instincts. He really knows how to play. He changes their team a little bit. He makes them a little more versatile, on the back end. And this is the reason, games like yesterday are why I defend Joe Judge. It's why I defend him. Again, the Giants aren't better than the Raiders, but they manage and play the game exactly the right way, and they make you earn it, and that's what they did yesterday. Giants, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't. The offense just made a few plays when they had to. They got a little bit of a run game going, which, again, does scare me about the Raiders because they're another one of those teams where I go, not enough big people in the middle of their defense. I worry if they're going to be able to stop overpowering running teams as we go forward. But then, hey, the Giants' defense making big plays was certainly the biggest thing going in this football game, whether it was his 2 interceptions or the strip sack fumble at the end. It led to a lot of empty yards from the Raiders. They moved the ball great, between the 20 to the other 40, but they couldn't quite capitalize throughout the day. One
of the best stats coming out of yesterday, they were 1 for 6 in the red zone scoring touchdown.
There you go.
6 times they got there.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't it?
It is.
That's hard to do.
It's hard to do, right. But the Giants made it a field goal game.
Yep.
Typical New England, Tennessee Titans type of thing. We'll bend. You'll kick a field goal. We hope we'll go score a touchdown.
Yep.
We'll bend. We hope you kick a field goal, and we might score another touchdown. And all of a sudden you go, it's been an even game, but we're scoring touchdowns, and you're kicking field goals, and look who's winning. And that's kind of the way the game felt yesterday. I mean, it wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but they played the game the right way and, of course, made a few plays on the defensive side of the ball that were crucial. The Giants aren't going to win pretty. They're not good enough up front. Jason Garrett has to manage the game every week. They have to run the ball probably a little more than they want to because they're trying to protect the O-line and Daniel Jones. They have to be careful about what kind of pass plays they picked because they got to protect the offensive line a little bit. But overall, I just thought, it was kind of just an old school Big Blue type of win. Big Blue.
You said that a bunch yesterday
I
as well.
love it. I love, I'm a Giants fan, hands down, no doubt about it. And I root for Joe Judge, because I know him.
Yeah.
But I do believe in him. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten sick of the haters on Daniel Jones to where it's made me be like one of his biggest fans. Because if they lose, everybody wants to get rid of him.
Of course.
And then when they win, hey, he's not that bad. And I want to go, what? He's the best player in their offense, period. Like, get over it. So good win for them.
And one thought here on the Raiders: they have a big hole to fill. No Henry Ruggs, legal and tragic reasons that he's not there.
Yeah.
Tripod 2X asks, can Deshaun Jackson, going from the Rams to the Raiders, help fill the void that Ruggs leaves?
Great question, and 100%. 100%. First off, he can still go.
Yeah.
I don't think he's quite as fast as Henry Ruggs, but still can, have that same element to the offense, and where it'll even be more seamless than anything. McVay, he runs John Gruden's offense. Now, he's expanded it and had his own way of how he does it, but I would think the language is going to be very similar.
Yeah.
He's going to go in there and go, oh, I know this play. Oh, we called it the same thing. I just called this play the same thing with the Rams and McVay.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be very easy for him to jump in that way. And the Raiders, again, not giving up on them either. I think the one thing with the Raiders is, they need a Deshaun Jackson. I know they can be surgical and boom, 8 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, 12 yards, 8 yards. I know that. They need the big play element of their offense. That's where they're going to miss Henry Ruggs. That's why they need a guy like Deshaun Jackson. And this is, let's be honest, one of the first games all year where we can go away and go, man, Derek Carr, he was careless with the football twice, and it hurt their football team. Right. It was one of the first time all year we can kind of pin a loss maybe on him a little bit.
Yeah, 2 interceptions, first time this season with 2 or more interceptions. So he's been doing a terrific job taking care of the ball, but not yesterday.
No, not yesterday. And, again, they're up, 13-10, right? It was 13-10, start the second half. He throws that out route, pick 6. Then later on, I want to say it was 20-16, right? And he's got a little cover 2 hole shot down the right sideline, and he tries to rip it in there. Xavier McKinney got over there, intercepted it.
Yeah.
That led to the field goal. So that really was big. And also another last thing, Paul. I know I'm talking a lot about this game, but I'm excited because it's the Giants. But it was 20-16 too. Raiders drove down the field, and a chip shot, 25-yard field goal, they missed to the left.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Giants, some good breaks, definitely, but I think they made a lot of their own luck yesterday, and it was a big win for Big Blue.
And, hey, I don't want to let the damn okays get away from us here before we talk about the Falcons a little bit. Going to New Orleans and winning, and Matt Ryan, 23 out of 30, 343, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, he looked like, and he can still do this.
Oh, he can.
He looked like the Matt Ryan of a few years ago, where he was in command, making good decisions, and putting the ball where it had to be.
Yeah, and no threat of the run game, really. They put it in his hands and said, go, big guy.
Yeah.
And, the thing that I think that jumped out to me was a lot of get the ball out of your hands quick early on in the game. We know the Saints, they can get after you. They're confusing. And I think the other element that Drew Brees kind of threw me on a little bit yesterday, he goes, when they're getting in third downs, he goes, look, they're going hurry up. They're going tempo.
Yeah.
So they were and what that does for people out there, it simplifies the defense because now it's hurry up. They might try to run out their personnel real quick. Wait, it's third down. I'd like one extra DB out there, blah, blah, blah. But you're not going to get crazy with some defensive call now and go like, hey, I want, under 2 spy, flash, cover 4, weak, where it's like, hey, we're showing this defense, we're going to buzz out, and then we're going to play that defense. Like, that stuff goes out the window in those situations. They just start going, cover 2, cover 4, hurry up, they're about to snap the ball.
Right.
And that was one of the elements of the game that I thought was very interesting and really got them off the schneid early and got them kicking butt and really, playing at a high level.
I love that big play he had on that last drive where he hit Cordell Patterson down the right side. Mike Florio talked to him after the game and kind of explained he saw the safety come down. He knew he had one-on-one.
Right.
We hear this term arm talent all the time thrown around out there, but nobody really defines it that much.
Yeah.
I thought that was a wonderful display of arm talent because of the way he threw that ball. Like on a deep ball, if you're pushing it down the sideline, you usually throw it 45 or 50 yards.
Right.
If you're driving it, you usually drive it to 18 or 20.
Right.
It was only about 30 yards downfield. He threw it really high. Like
soft.
A kind of a pass. Like you don't see that kind of arc on a pass that short very often. And the fact that he had that shot in his bag, I thought that was really cool.
Beautiful. I mean, he's got all the clubs in the bag. He's got all the clubs. I mean, the only club he probably doesn't really have is he can't rip the 350-yard drive down the middle, right?
Which you don't need to that often.
You don't need to that often, right? You don't. You can certainly be a Super Bowl winning quarterback and kick ass and be an MVP without having that aspect.
Right.
He does everything else the right way. And I think, that's that point. I'm glad you brought that up because that to me is, again, they're so Pitts and Cordero Patterson heavy, and what they do, and they make what I like about them is they make you force the issue a little bit. Like, we're going to use them. What are you going to do to stop them?
What are you going to do about it?
And that helps out other angles. And to your point, that one early on in the football game, they put he's the tailback, Cordero Patterson.
He had 9 carries and also 6 catches for $126.
This is what he does every week.
So cool.
So now he's the tailback.
Yeah.
He goes out. And they go, well, wait, he's the tailback. We wanted to play man-to-man. We're going to put our linebacker on there. Well, you got to stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
He's not a tailback. He was drafted as a first-round receiver, kick returner. He's just a freak show and can do anything. I mean, if you saw Cordero Patterson in person, you'd go, holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, he played with my brother at University of Tennessee in college. He is a freak show. He's one of those guys where he just walks in the room and you go, now I know why he just keeps hanging around the league.
Right.
He's got 3 rockets up his ass, and he's that big.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that, and then it was him at the end of the game, too, right, with the long throw down the right sideline.
That's what I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about the earlier one.
No.
Because there was one in the first drive or the second drive of the game where they got a long one, too.
I was talking about the one that set up the field goal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They were both a very similar throw.
Threw it straight up in the air.
And just
let
it drop down.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It was really, he threw a similar throw early in the game. But that was a huge moment in the game because what we saw really, Falcons kind of got into, we're up 24-6. They started playing a little more conservative on defense. Simeon and company, it just seemed like it was a lot of 5, 6, 8-yard passes. They kind of got in a rhythm, and they scored 3 straight times. And you're going, man, the Falcons can't do jack diddly squat here.
Right.
What's going to happen? He makes that big throw to ice the cake. So damn okay, Matt Ryan.
Big time.
Way to go. Damn okay, Matt Ryan. Damn okay, Xavier McKinney. Damn okay, Denzel Ward. Damn okay, Under Armour.
Man, that was well done.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.